Okay, so by using the bridge, we are able to implementing the software modules independently. So that means the main purpose of bridge is connecting the two ends and implementing the software and eliminating the dependency among the modules. So that is the main purpose of bridge. And another thing, composite. Here we are using only one object. Actually that object consists of more than one object. So that means it is actual like as a tree structure. So tree structure type of hierarchy is maintained there. So but we it can be viewed like as only single object. So another thing, here we are using decorator. We are not discussing up to now. So we can discuss in the next session. Okay, next one is the AFCAD. AFCAD means nothing but providing the some interfaces. So these interfaces are providing the easier interaction in front of the users. So flyweight means nothing but giving the support. So giving the support for memory. So that means we are identify which are necessary and which are not necessary. So after identifying the unnecessary data, so that will be removed here. So that means giving the more memory for to storing the required data. Okay, another one is the proxy. Proxy means here we are before developing the actual one, we try to develop with the small models. So we can see one by one. In the last class also we are discussing about this. Just in this class, we try to revise these topics and we try to compare with the each and every structural pattern. So that means we are compare the each and every one. So that means adapter. What is the purpose? Adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, AppCAD, flyweight, proxy. Okay. In the next sessions, maybe we are discussing about the remaining topics. So first of all, we try to discuss what we discussed in the last class. So in the last class, mainly we are discussing about the adapter. So in that adapter, first of all, structural pattern. In software engineering, structural design patterns are design patterns that is the design by identifying the simple way to realize the relationship between entities. So that means here we are identifying the relationship between the entities. That is the main purpose of using the structural pattern. So that means here we are identifying the entities, which type of entities are needed to forming the structure. So that means, for example, maybe if we are developing some software for the some college, then which type of things are, which type of entities are needed. So students, how many number of students are there? So which type of students and roll numbers of the students, marks of the students, details of the students. Am I right or not? So all these are the attributes of this entity. In the same way, we are consider some other entities also. Those are maybe the faculty, so or maybe the library, principal, HOD, canteen, security, or maybe medical type of environment. So maybe the small hospital in the college. So all these are the we can treat it as the entities. So that means here in this case of structural pattern, we are consider which type of things are necessary to forming the structure. So in the case of adapter pattern, so adapter pattern adapts one interface for one class into the one that client expects a retrofit interface pattern. An adapter used as a new interface for multiple classes at the same time. Adapter pipeline. So use multiple adapters for debugging the purpose. So that means the adapter is used for adapting the new interface. So that will be avoiding the mismatches wherever occurring the mismatches in the modules. Okay, so those modules are recovered by adapting the new interface. Okay, so that is the main purpose of adapter. So that means the name is implies we are adapting something. So that the thing will be here referred as the interface. That interface will be recovering the problems wherever occurring the problems of mismatch. Okay, for example, if that situation is happened, then client not able to receiving the required data at the same time, it will be degrading the performance of the software also. So that's why we try to adapting the required interface. So that is the purpose of adapter and bridge pattern, decoupling an abstraction from its implementation. So that the two can vary independently. So composite pattern, a tree structure of objects where every object has the same interface. So that means here we are using more than one object, but these are having only the single interface. Next one is the AFCAD pattern creates simplified interface of an existing interface to ease uses for common tasks. Okay, next one is the next one is the flyweight pattern. Okay, next one is the flyweight pattern. A high quantity of objects share common properties object to save space. So that means here we are providing some support. Okay, so that means that support is in the terms of memory. So that means we are allocating some memory, and that means we are eliminating the unnecessary things or maybe the unnecessary data. Okay, so that is the main purpose of using the flyweight pattern. Next one is the proxy pattern. In the proxy pattern, a class functioning as an interface to the another thing. So that means here a class functioning as an interface to another thing. So that means here we are using the same class user like as the interface for the another interface. Okay, so for example we will try to discuss these things deeply. So what is the purpose of adapter? So that means the main purpose of using the adapter is it will be converts the given data into the required format of the client. So that means for example maybe so we are receiving the data in one form, but we are generating the data into the another form. For example maybe if you are maybe for example maybe we are calculating the amount. So for example, maybe we are taking the loan in a bank. So yeah, just only we are giving the interest rate and how much of amount is assigned to the particular customer. Now we are calculating. So how much of amount, total amount with interest. So that means here we are performing some computation. Okay. So based on after that computation, we are giving some result. So that means here actually the client requires what's the total amount now. Okay, so only that amount will be calculated here. So that means we are giving the required format, so which is required to the client. Okay, for example, maybe if we are consider the date of birth. For example, maybe just only we are enter the date of birth. Okay, for example, maybe 1990. Okay, so that is the date of birth. So then it will be giving the total age. So like maybe the how many number of years, how many number of months, and how many number of days. So this is the actually required format of the client. So that type of the thing will be also done by the adapter, and it will be adapter also responsible for transforming the data into the appropriate forms, and adapter allows the classes to work together that could not because incompatible with the interfaces. So that means adapter translate the calls into the interface into the calls into original interface, and the amount of code necessary to do this typically small. Okay, and another thing is here adapter can assist the remaining interfaces to work in the proper way. So that is also another type of responsibility of adapter. Structural patterns are used for describing the ways in which classes and objects can be merged together from large structures. So that is the main purpose of using the structural patterns. So these are used for describing the ways. So how the classes and objects are merged. The two important structural patterns are class pattern and another one is the object pattern. Structural class patterns are used for describing the ways in which inheritance can be used to provide more useful programming interfaces. So that means here we are to describing the classes we are based upon to the inheritance. We also know about what is an inheritance. So that means when we are able to draw some new classes from the existing one, that is nothing but inheritance, and subclasses can able to access the data from its parent class, and subclasses can able to access the data and data members, okay, or maybe the functions whatever it may be. Okay, the structural object patterns are used for describing the ways in which objects can be composed into the larger structures. So that means here we are based upon to the encapsulation. So these larger structures formed either by composition of objects, by composition of new objects in exchange ones. Okay, so what is the main purpose of using the adapter patterns? Why I am repeating the same thing number of times? So actually this is the important concept in the exam point of view. So definitely asking any one of the topic. So explain with example. So that's why I'm So even though I'm explaining this topic, I try to why I am try to revise this topic is definitely these questions asking in the exam point of view. So that's why I'm giving more importance. Okay, better we try to uh, slow this unit. Why? Because we are already completing the 3 units, and another thing is fourth unit is also already completed, but I try to revise the same topics again and again because for better understanding. That's it. Okay. If any member is feels why this member why this are repeating the same thing number of times. So I'm saying about this just only to remember in the exam point of view for better understanding. Okay. So just we will try to close the fourth unit on Monday. Okay. Next class. In the next class, we try to close this unit. So don't worry about this. But if you are completing this unit, fifth unit is also very small. So we can complete within maybe the within 2 or 3 classes. So after then we are having only case study. In that case study, we try to develop some software. So we try to include whatever it may be we are discussed up to now. So those type of things are included into the developer software. So just we try. So uh, we can follow that case study. Okay, so that's why I'm repeating the same thing. So don't one even no one be feel about like this. So don't be feel why you are repeating number of times. Okay, please try to understand this. And another thing, this is the important topic in the exam point of view. Okay, thank you. So adapter pattern is a software design pattern that is used for transforming the programming interface of one class into another based upon the requirements of the client. So that means here the one interface will be used for interface for another one. So another interface. So that means that type of thing will be done by using the adapter pattern. So this is also requested by the client. So it also assists the classes to carry out the functionalities collaboratively, which might be impossible in case of inconsistent interface. It is known as wrapper. So all of the members, please remember this. Try to remember this. So adapter is also referred as an wrapper. And the main responsibility of the adapter is assist classes be consistent. So responsibility of adapter pattern is functions are performed properly or not. So that means here verifying the total interfaces. Okay. So motivation. So the motivation behind the adapter pattern is to transform the program interface of one class into the another. So if the interface mismatches with the domain specific interface, then toolkit class dedicated reusing cannot be used. So that means here we are using toolkit. So that toolkit will be used for maintaining the interface, but we are not able to easily modifying the interface each and every time. So that is the problem. So that's why we are using the adapter. Okay. For example, maybe here if you are consider some editor to draw some shapes. For example, maybe we are drawing some polygon shape, test shape, okay, line shape. But if you are compare the test shape is very difficult. So what is the test shape? Can you identify anyone? Can you are you hear this? Are you see the test shape? So what is the meaning of test shape? Means here some words can be formed like as a one shape. For example, maybe we are consider one shape. So maybe that shape is, for example, maybe heart symbol, or maybe the shape is in the rectangle shape. Okay. So in that shape, we are arranging those characters. So we also know about this. For example, we are see number of times. So if you in the line, I will try to show once. So in which type of test will be we just we try to observe this. All of you, please wait. Just we try to see once. So here I try to search the test shape. We are observing here, this is the heart symbol actually. I think all of the members able to see the screen. Am I right or not? Just wait a minute. Hello? Hello? Uh, Just wait 1 minute. If you observe here, this is the actually love symbol or maybe the heart symbol. So this heart symbol can be constructed with some words. So actually this type of shape is very difficult compare with the direct shape, maybe like rectangle or maybe the square or maybe the polygon, maybe pentagon, whatever it may be. So actually this type of test shape is very difficult. Why? Because here the test shape is not always fixed in the same format. So it will be in the different types of formats. We don't know so which type of shape it is. Actually, it is one type of shape. In that shape, we try to include some test. So that type of the shape will be referred as a test shape here. All of the members may be having the idea. So how the test shape will be like this. So if you are observing here, I'm displaying different types of shapes in the screen. So maybe all of the members able to see the screen now. Okay, if you are observing here, so different types of shapes. Okay, I think all of the members able to understand what is the test shape and what is the difficulty of the test shape also. Am I right or not? Okay, thank you. So if you are observing here, when we are consider the drawing editor, so the test shape is very difficult compare with the line shape or maybe the polygon shape. So for displaying, editing the test in off-the-shelf user interface toolkit is used. So that means here we are some interface toolkit is used to adapting the interface at the same time modifying the interface also. So while designing the toolkit, the shape class was not considered. So therefore, the objects of the test view and test shape classes cannot be exchangeable. A test view classes is changed in such a way that conforms the shape interface. So that means here with the test view classes are used for to change change the interface. So the test shape subclass must define in such a way that it adapts the interface of test view of the class shapes interface. So that means here the test shape subclass we are defining the subclass. So it will be used for to adapting the required interface. This can be done into the two types of ways: class adapter approach, object adapter approach. So in the case of class adapter approach, It can be done by extending the shape class interface and test view implementation. So in the case of object adapter approach, it is used for composing a test view instance within the test shape subclass and implementing in tens of test views and interface. So that means we are having the two types of ways to adapting the required interface. So that means before designing that particular interface, we are not able to define. But when we are based upon to the some interface toolkit, then we are able to modifying the interface according to the requirement. So if you are observe here, so this is the object adapter. Okay. If you are observe here, so this is the line class, and this is the test shape, and another one is the test view, and another one is the shape, and another is the drawing editor. So that means initially drawing editor using the shape. So next shape having the two methods here. So bounding box, and another one is the creating manipulator. So this manipulator is used for creating the shape. At the same time, it will be performing the modification in the any time of the situation, maybe occurring the mismatch. Then this will be used to performing the modification. So if you are observe here line, so another one is the test shape. So here the test shape will be also created by the create manipulator. If any time of the situation, so occurring the problem, then return the test manipulator. If you are observe, I think you are able to observe in the diagram. So test view. So that means test shape will be received by to the test view, and it will be written the test manipulator. Okay. So the adapter object provides desired functionality which cannot be provided by adapted class. Consider an example where the user must drag the each and every object to the specified location. As test view is not designed with such features, the missing functionality can be implemented by using shapes, create manipulator operation which returns the instance of the corresponding manipulator subclass. So that means whenever occurring that problem, so whenever occurring the mismatch problem, so then it will be received by the create manipulator. So then it will be replace that wherever may be occurring the problem of that interface. Okay. Whenever user input is provided, the manipulator is used for animating the shapes as per the input. The test manipulator, which is a subclass of the manipulator class, allows the user manipulate the test shape objects in an interactive manner. So that means here we are using test manipulator to change the test shape according to the user requirement. Okay. Applicability. So when there is a need to use an already defined class whose interface does not correspond to the desired interface. So that means applicability means when we are using this adapter. Okay, so that will be decided the applicability. Actually, these topics are already we are already discussed in the last class. Just I'm trying to revise again. So when there is a need to use an already defined class whose interface does not correspond to the desired interface. So that means whenever interfaces are not corresponded to the or maybe not actually collaborated, not properly collaborated with the interface, then we are based upon to the adapters. That is the first chance. And second thing, when reusable class need to be created, that is class does not have any consistent interface. So that means when we are not able to based upon to the consistent interfaces, then also we are using the adapters to recover that problem. Subclassing perhaps is not possible for each and every class. Therefore, existing subclasses must be used as an object adapter can only a custom or adapt its parent class interface. So that means in some type of situations, we are not able to accessing from its subclass. So then need to generate some other or maybe some other adapting parent, some other class. So then it will be recover the problem. So who are the participants here? So target client. So it is target means it is used for defining the domain specific interface by used by the client. Client means it is used for the purpose of collaborations. Excuse me. It is used for the purpose of collaborations. It collaborates with the objects that can comply with the target interface. So next one is the adapter. It defines the existing interface which require adapting. Adapter test shape. It is used for adapting the adaptive interface, the target interface. I think we are able to observe it in the diagram. So who are the participants here? So if you are observing the diagram, so adapter method are request of. So next target, another one is the adaptive. So that means if you are observe here, client adapter. So initially client request the adapter to generate the specific request. For example, maybe able to generate the request test shape. Okay, next, then it will be receiving the whatever it may be. He is expecting that shape, so that will be received by the client. So next collaboration. In collaboration of adapter pattern, request of operations are called an adapter instance by the client. With adapter in return calls adaptive operations which serve the request. So that means initially client requesting, next the client will be satisfied by the response. Okay, next consequences. Class and objects distinct entities, therefore they have different trade-offs. Next benefits. Attribute of class adapter. So we were already discussing all these topics. Next topic is bridge pattern. Okay, so what is the purpose of bridge pattern? The bridge uses some concepts, maybe encapsulation, aggregation, and can use the inheritance to separate the responsibilities into different classes. When a class varies, often features of object-oriented programming becoming very useful because changes to programs code can be made easily with the minimal prior knowledge about the program. So that means here when we are based upon to the object-oriented programming concepts, then we are easily performing the modification and provide the easier accession. And another one, here we are reducing the code, and here we are able to draw the relationship from parent class to the subclasses. Okay, the bridge pattern is useful when both the class as well as what it does very often. So the class itself can be thought of as implementation, and what class can does the abstraction. The bridge pattern can also be thought of as two layers of abstraction. Okay, so first of all, we try to see what is a bridge pattern. What is the purpose of bridge pattern? Okay, main objective of the bridge pattern is to separate the abstraction from its implementation in such a way that it can be modified independently. So that means here we are separate the abstraction from its implementation. So that means here we are implementing the software, or maybe here we are implement the modules as independent. This is also known as handle or body. So what is the motivation? A single abstraction can be implemented in several ways. These can be accomplished by using inheritance, which is the motivation of the bridge pattern. So that means in the case of bridge, here we are connecting the two ends, or maybe here we are implementing the software, or maybe here we are maintain, or maybe make like as an independent thing. So that means here those any one of the module is not based upon to the another module. So just only here we try to create the individual modules. Then even though occurring any type of the problem, then not stopping the total execution of the software. Am I right or not? So if we are make it as independent modules, then there is no need to occurring the problems. So that means here we are reducing the chances of occurring the errors. So that means, for example, if one of the module is not properly functional, then there is no problem. Just only if we try to repair only that particular module. So that, but in some type of situations, one of the module is based upon the another module, then occurring the problem. So one even any one of the module is occurring the problem, then remaining modules also facing the same problem. So that's the situation. So we try to construct a software without occurring the problem of dependency. And we also know about this. So when we are make it as independent, or maybe when we are make it as a subclasses means, so even though it is generated from the base class, but we should be giving the chance to uh, to collaborate with the parent class. And another thing, should not occurring the chance of loss of the data also. So as inheritance binds implementation to the abstraction permanently, it is difficult to modify, extend and reuse the abstractions and implementation independently. Hence, it is not always useful. Consider an implementation of portable window abstraction in user interface toolkit. So the abstraction must be in position to write application that work on the both X window and IBM's presentation manager. So for example, if we are observe here in this diagram, so this is the portable window abstraction interface toolkit. Okay, so here if you are observe here, so window having the two things, PM window, another one is the X window. but in some type of situations, maybe these two are not able to access easily. So at that time of the situation, we try to create another type of the subclass from the existing one, and the subclass will be maintaining the same thing. So that means PM icon window, another one is the X icon window. So that means here we try to we are having the some other interface to access the actual one. So that means here, even though occurring the mismatches or maybe occurring any type of the problems, we are able to solve in this type of way. So that means here we try to provide the we try to maintain the subclasses independently. Okay, if you are observing this diagram, we are observing this diagram here. We are based upon to the window implementation. Okay, so this will also make it as an independent module. Okay. Then applicability. What is the applicability when we are using the bridges? So bridge pattern can be used for the following circumstances, preventing the permanent bind for abstraction from its implementation. So that means we are not based upon the static. So we try to allowing the chance for dynamic dynamic programming. For example, at runtime, an implementation needs to be selected or switched. So that means in the case of runtime programming, we don't know which one connects to the which one. So for example, maybe which type of function call connects the, or maybe which object connects the which function. Am I right or not? So that means that will be decided at the runtime only. So that means here we are eliminating the permanent binding. Okay, or maybe the static binding. Bridge pattern can be used to combine the abstractions with their associated implementations so that they can be extended without depending on others. So that means here we try to eliminating the abstraction also. Okay, and we try to provide some association with the abstraction. So this can be used for eliminating the, so without so nothing but here we are eliminating the property of dependence. So any modification to the implementation of an abstraction should not impact the client. So for example, maybe we also know about this. We are already studying in the DBMS. For example, maybe data independence. So here we are implementing in the two types of ways: logical data independence and another one is the physical data independence. So what is the meaning of logical data independence? For example, if we are performing any type of the changes in the logical level, that type of the modification should not reflect to the its higher levels. Am I right or not? So the same thing here also performed by using the bridges. So that means when we are using the bridges, then it will be make it as the modules individually, even though if we are performing any modification on the particular module. So that type of modification is not giving any type of the problem onto the another module. Okay, the bridge pattern is applicable. The bridge pattern is used in C++ to make the implementation details of an abstraction transparent from client. So that means often we are giving the preference from C++. Why? Because this will be supporting to the object-oriented concepts. And another thing is the bridge pattern is applicable on the proliferation classes where the hierarchy indicates that the object must be divided into two separate parts. So that means here, when we are using the bridge, so then those are will be treated as individual things. So otherwise, those two are act like as the same thing. So that means here we are separate the abstraction from its implementation. So the bridge pattern is also used when an implementation is shared among the multiple objects. Moreover, the factor the fact should not be revealed to the client. That means here anything is not revealed to the client here. So client does not know. So what happens internally? Just key know when we are click the particular button whether it will be properly responded or not. But he doesn't know. So how it will be work the software internally. So that means whenever client communicates with some particular interface, then it will be automatically connected to the remaining modules in the software. We also know about this. So that means in the internal case, so a number of modules are interconnected. But here the main use of using the bridges. So those type of interconnected modules are working in the independent way. So not based upon the independent. So participants. So I'm already saying about this in the case of creational patterns also. So when we are explain one thing, we try to explain all these type of issues. For example, what is the motivation? What is the applicability? Okay, what are the what are the consequences, collaborations? So which type of tools are used? How many number of participants are there? So we try to explain in each and every case. So here we are explain the participants. So in the case of participants, abstraction, refined abstraction, implementer, concrete implementer. So that means here we are using some participants to here we are using some participants. So those are abstraction, refined abstraction, implementer, concrete implementer. So what is the abstraction? Use it for defining the interface associated with the abstractions. So responsible for maintaining the reference associated with the implementer object. So that means abstraction means nothing but here window. Use it for defining the interface associated with the abstraction. So that means here whatever it may be the here participant. So the participant initially specifying the interface and associated and verifying the associated with the abstractions. Okay, and another thing responsible for maintaining a reference associated with implementer or object. And second thing is refined abstraction. And third one is implementer. And the fourth one is concrete implementer. So these are the participants, and then what are the consequences? Separate interfaces and implementations, improved extensibility, handling implementation details from clients. So that means here these are the consequences. So that means after executing the software, then which type of situations are happened? In some type of situations, these are in a better way, or maybe in some type of situations, they are in the bad way also. Okay, next one is the implementation. So how we are implementing this by using the simple implementer or maybe the more number of one implementers. Okay, we can try to select any one of them. So if you are observed here, so up to now we are discussing about what we discussed in the last class. So just we try to conclude the topics of structural patterns. So this is the composite pattern. So now I'm saying about the composite pattern. The composite pattern is a partitioning designing pattern. The composite pattern describes a group of objects are to be treated in the same way as single instance of an object. So that means the group of objects will be treated as a single object. The intent of composite to compose of objects into tree structures to represent part whole hierarchies. Implementing the composite patterns lets clients their individual objects and compositions uniformly. So and next one is the FCAD. So FCAD is an object that provides simplified interface to a larger body of the code such as class library. So FCAD can make software library easier to use, understand and test since the FCAD has convenient methods for common tests. So make the library more readable for the same reason. For example, so when we are based upon the FCAD, then it will be easy to discover whether the required required data is available or not. Okay. Next one is the reducing the dependencies. Reduce the dependencies of outside code on the inner working of library, since most code uses the FCAD, thus allowing more flexibility in developing the system. So that means here we are reducing the complexity by providing the some other interfaces. Okay. For example, if you are observe here, if you are observe here, these are the main advantages. So the first advantage is make the software library easier to the use, understand, and test. So that means here when we are based upon the FCAD, it will be providing lot of interfaces to providing the better understanding, and it will be providing the testing also, allowing the chance for to conducting the test. So make the library more readable for same reason. So and reducing the dependencies. And another one is here we are using application programming interfaces. So all these are used for reducing the complexity to interacting with the developer software. And another one is the flyweight. So this is giving the support. So flyweight is an object that minimizes the memory used by sharing as much data as possible with other similar objects. It is a way to use objects in large numbers when a simple repeated representation would use unacceptable amount of memory. So that means here in some type of situations unnecessary data is stored. So that means here we try to identify and we try to eliminate the unnecessary data or maybe the redundant data also. So that means here we are using the concepts of normalization. So that will be used for reducing the redundant data up to some extent. Okay. Next one is the proxy pattern. A proxy and its most general form is a class functioning interface in something else. The proxy could interface to anything, a network connection, a large object in memory, a file, or some other resource that is expensive or impossible to duplicate. So that means we try to build the models in the small way. So that means then we are not able to copy like that. So if we are observed here, just only we try to mention, so what is the purpose of that particular structural pattern? Adapter or wrapper or translator. So the name is implies here. Adapter means adapting, wrapper means here performing the translation. Okay, and another one name is for the adapter is translator. Converter the interface of a class into another interface clients expect. An adapter lets classes work together that could not otherwise because of incompatible interfaces. So that means when we are work with the incompatible interfaces, then we are using the adapters. Bridge decouple of an abstraction from its implementation, allowing the two vary independently. Next one, composite. So compose of objects into tree structure to represent the part of whole hierarchies. So these are working like as a individual things, and these are appear like as a only one object. So decorator. So actually this topic is not discussed in this class. So we try to discuss the same topic in the next classes. The decorator purpose is also provide the interfaces. So attach additional responsibilities in an object dynamically keeping the same interface, and decorators provide flexible alternative to the subclassing for a extending functionality. FCAD providing unified interface to a set of interfaces in a subsystem. FCAD defines a higher level of interfaces that makes the subsystem easier to use. So just we are discussed with the purpose of FCAD. So all of you members please try to remember all these topics and try to identify the same total concept with the single keyword. Okay, for example, what is the purpose of FCAD means? So just only providing the easier interfaces. So if it is a composite, so that means more than one object can be grouped like as a single object. So if it is a adapter, adapting the required interface to eliminating the mismatches in a software. Okay, so in this type of you try to represent the total concept with the single keyword. So that will be useful for to elaborating the actual topic. So front controller, the pattern relates to the design web applications. It provides the centralized entry point for handling requests. Flyweight, giving the support. Proxy, able to develop the small models. Module, what is a module here? So just we try to up to now just to discuss what we discussed in the last class, and we try to complete the that means I'm just including some more examples for the remaining topics like maybe composite and or maybe the proxy or maybe the flyweight FCAD. Okay, these topics are discussed with the examples in the next class, and we try to close the fourth unit in the next class. Okay, I try on the next class, maybe the from Monday or from Tuesday or maybe Wednesday onwards, we can start the fifth unit. Okay, thank you one and all. If any members having the any type of the doubts, so please ask me regarding any type of the issue, and you try to prepare the exam. And you try to prepare the exam. Hello, hello. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understand the topic. So if any members is having any type of the doubts, please respond through chat box. Otherwise, we can end the session. Okay, thank you, one and all. Thank you. We can meet on Monday onwards. Okay. from Monday.